This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, UiPath experts. So, welcome to the UiPath Learner channel. So, this is the video where I can just explain about the overview. Just overview. It's not in depth of each and every activity. It's just overview of the all the activities which is interacting with the operating system. Okay. So just go to the UiPath Studio here. So all the categories in the activities panel, all the activities, they categorized into the different groups. So app integration, orchestrator, programming. Okay, so let's take a system. The system is a operating system interacting with the operating system. These are all the activities. Again, there is a subcategories again. Okay, subcategories. These are all the categories. So which is used for interacting with the operating system. Okay, let's go to the here of application. You can close the application, just drag and drop. So you can close the application, the opened application, or you can indicate the application also. So you can get the all the processes, running processes. So in the task manager, you can see these are all the processes running, right? So if you want to get all the processes, what are all the processes are running, and you want to do some just check whether the process is running, then kill the process, these kind of things. You can get the all the process running process by using the get processes. It will give the collection of processes. Process is the class basically. Okay, kill process. So you can kill the process. You can pass the process object. So as a process, or you can pass the process name like a just chrome.exe like that. Okay, chrome or exe. Okay, or Excel, just put the Excel. So all the Excel applications what are all the running those processes and all, so it will kill. So like that. So open application is used to open any type of application, Windows application. Okay, so it may be a SAP application, it's anything is working, installed in your system. So it is used for that to open applications. The beauty of this one is once you select anything. So I'm just selecting this word. Okay, select word. So just go to the properties, and here see this winword.exe automatically taken the path of that selected exe. So it automatically takes, so you don't need to bother about so where is the exe located in the system, these things and all. Okay, no need to bother. So it automatically taken the open application. So you can have a start process. You can start the process, any process like a something like a command line. What are the process you want to execute? Suppose I'm notepad.exe. Just run. So any process. So if you want to execute, see, it's open the notepad.exe. Any process, if you want to start the process. So while you are starting the process, you can pass the parameters also. Okay, you can pass the parameters also. Okay, so that is about the application. Clipboard. So clipboard is having the mm, for example, so if I am just copying this one, so okay, if I paste anywhere, okay, anywhere in the system. Suppose I just open the notepad, okay, no notepad, okay, what happened? Okay, okay, if I just paste, see how many times I paste, it is displaying that one. Okay, so but here when I select these things, if I want to get the selected text, you can get by using this copy selected text. Okay, you give as a one variable. You can create a variable and selected text. Okay, so you can paste use that variable as you required. Okay, suppose if I just use the message box and drag, see, they run. So only the selected text will come. Okay, so the selected text, whatever I selected, those things will come. So let me go to the another site. So I'm just selecting this one. Okay, selecting this one and execute the bot. So now the selected is this one. See, selected text only it is coming. Whatever you selected on that point will come the selected text. Okay, that is about the selected text. Okay, now let's go to the get from the clipboard. So it will get the text from the clipboard basically. So whatever you copy, it will show it in the system operating system clipboard. So it will get from the clipboard. It will get the whatever user copied on that point. It will get that text into the variable. So this is a reverse. So set to the clipboard. You can set the text forcefully to the clipboard. Okay, because sometimes in the real time what will happen, so you want to store something, you can store the set the text to the clipboard and get text from the clipboard. Okay, so it's like a story is some container kind of thing, storing device, storing the small text like that. Okay, that is about the clipboard. So dialogues, in the dialogues you have a call out. Basically the call out is like a small text, you can specify. Suppose I want to specify, I'm specifying this one, so specifying this one. Okay, any text, and I'm giving the text a caption. You can give the caption, so just hello, and the title. Okay, so welcome, and run it. So it will give the some small pop-up of the toast message onto the on top of that one. Okay, see, this is a toast message. So in particular activity, it will show the title and uh, the caption. So it will just so it's like a message box, but message box will display in particular area, but it is displays the uh, just particular element on top of that element. Okay, so custom input, you can give the custom input like a, so something like a url of the this one, url of this one, and it will give the where now, so where now is a variable, right? What happens, what is this is for this one, where now is a variable. Just I'm putting a message box, run. This will happen. After that, it will show the message box. Basically, it's open the browser. It's open the browser, and yeah, it's open the browser. It's opens nothing. So basically, yeah, let us see that one. Where is that? Okay. So it will display as a HTML file. Okay, that send the data back to the workflow. So that is the purpose of this custom input. And input dialog is used to input the I mean, if you want to ask any data from the user, so you can use the input dialog. In the input dialog, you have a another option called options. So if you use the options like a, in the curly braces, anything like a, so like that. So this way, this is a nothing but, yeah, so it will give the list of values. So if this list is a less than 3 or 4, less than 3 or 4, it will give the radio buttons. If it's a less than it's a list items has bigger than the 4, so it will give the drop down list. So okay, if you want to select, if you want to ask a normal thing, so you can use the label and title, and it will give the okay, it will give the text box. So user can type the text box data into the text box. The text box value you can store into the variable here. Okay, message box is used to send any message to the users. So it's like a, you can convert that message box into the confirmation box also. Here is a buttons. of the message box. So okay, cancel. So SR no, cancel. SR no, these things and all there. Okay, so if you use the SR no, it is a confirmation box. So you can ask the user whether it is a yes or no. So some questions. Okay. So once they press the yes or no, how can we know? So here there is a choose button. So you just use the one variable here. So variable output variable. So this output variable will store the if the if the user press the yes, it will store the yes here. If the user press no, so the variable has a no text. Okay, no, no. Okay, so based on that, you can use the if condition here and do the as per the selection, you can do the remaining process. Okay, so select file means select file and select folder. So these two are the so selecting the file. So pop up this window, so dialog boxes will come. See, this is a select file window. Okay, select file window. Sometimes in the real time in the attended boards, so user has to select particular files. Okay, so you're not deciding the path. They have to select. So that is a select file and select folder also. So like that, select folder because we don't have a argument, that means variable, that's why. So this is a select folder, so you can select the any folder from that particular. This is a folder dialog. Okay, got it. So these are all the select file and folder dialogues. So these are all the dialogues and dialogues. Let's go to the next one, environment variables. Environment variables is a beep sound, so it will just give the beep sound, just beep sound. Okay, if I just use multiple times, let us see. Okay, maybe delay of 0 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, copy paste, delay after copy paste, delay. Let us see. Okay, got it. So this will interact with the operating system CPU. There's a small speaker is there in the motherboard, so it will interact with the that speaker and it will display that beep sound. So for the practice, so programming practice, you can use this beep sound to practice. It's like a fun, you can practice like a using the for loop, while loop. So you can just do the beep sounds. Okay, you can just do the beep sounds. So I remember some of my friends, so they developed like a Mario. So um, there's a Mario game is there. Okay, so Mr. Mario game is there. There is a music, Mario music is there. So they developed like a that type of music also. So based on the for each if condition while loop is variable sound. Okay, just try it out. It's like a just beep sound. Okay. So another thing is a get folder, environment folder means, so see. So for example, I am storing the value into the desktop. Okay. So what is my desktop path? So suppose this is the file. I am interacting. The DT is a file. If the DT is a file, what is the path of this DT? The DT is path is this one, right? This is a DT path. Okay. If I just store this as it is into the one variable. Okay, so any variable, something like this. So tomorrow what happened, this users slash admin. So here the I logged as a admin. Okay, so if I copy this whole project into the some other system, maybe the that system, the username is a different Srini. Okay, username is a Srini. Okay, so what will happen, so you can't change every time, right? You don't know, so what is the desktop path? Okay, so if you want to store the file, this dt.xlsx or anything into the desktop, you can use the, so these folders. Okay, these folders, this will give the get environment folders will give the path of the that particular folder. Okay, this is a operating system folders. So my desktop, so my documents or favorites or so. Okay, start menu or my music or my videos. So these are all the folders. So it will give the path of the, so if you create a current video path, uh, it will give the path. Okay, it will give the path. So Okay, now I'm just running. It will. We're not hard coding the value. See, it is giving us C users admin videos. So if I run the same project, same process into the another system, so where the username is Hari, so it will give the slash user slash Hari slash videos like that. Okay, so that it's independent of the operating systems you can work out. Okay, that's why you have to use some cases this what is it get environmental variables. Okay, get environment variables folders. Okay, get environment folders. So at the same time, so get environment folder variables is also there. So variables is like so the folders is a folder paths, but these are the standard values. Okay, of system, basically system. Okay, suppose I want the mission name. What is the mission name here? Okay, just check the mission names, because the mission name will change mission to mission, right? So this is my mission name. Okay, so based on the mission name you want to do something, so you can get the mission name here, mission name or OS version, which version. So I want to check whether the version is a this one, then execute. So if the version is not that one, so just don't execute. This is the version Microsoft Windows NT, this one system pack one. So based on the version, so these are all the standard values, basically the system variables. Okay, so username, what is the username? Okay, these are all the system variables, standard system variables. Okay, you can use these things in your project. And get password will get the password, so normal password text to the encrypted string. So that is the environment variables. And let's go to the files. In the files, you have a something like you have a workbook. Initially the workbook has these are all the Excel activities interacting with the Excel. You can append the range. So append the range, you have to pass the path name, path of the Excel and the sheet and data table, any data table. So the append range will not check the what all the columns are there in the Excel. It will not check anything. Okay, it will just go to the end of the line and it will append entire data table to that from that end of the line. Okay, so it won't check whether the upper above values and the below data tables are matching, column names are correct or not. These things and all will not check. Okay, it will just blindly append the text. So get table range will sometimes Excel has a tables. Okay, suppose I'm just inserting the table here, inserting the table. So this is a table and this is one table. Okay, so what is the table name here? Insert and design. See here, table name is the table one. So if I just insert another table here, um, okay, this table name is a table 2. This table 1 and table 2, they are asking. So here, if you give the table name of the Excel and the path of the Excel and sheet name, so it will give the range. Basically the range is a string variable. The range is like a A1 to what is that, E17. Okay, this will give the range. So sometimes you need to get the table range, so that so once you get the table range, you can use the read range activity and read the entire information. So read cell is used to read the cell, particular cell value. The read cell formula is used to read the particular cell formula. Sometimes the cell has a formulas, right? So read column is used to read the particular column as a list of values, and read range is used to read entire range. So on the particular range, or if you don't want to give, just don't give anything, so that it will read the entire data. So whatever records are there, entire data, and it will give the data table as a output. Read row is also used to read the entire row, basically. And write cell is used to write the cell. So here you can mention that colon, so suppose G98, so it will write the entire text. So you have to pass the path and you have to pass the contents. Okay, anything. Okay, so this welcome message will paste into the A1 to G8, so entire data, so this range. Okay, you can pass a single record, single cell, or multiple cells also. Write range is used to write the data table data into the particular sheet. So from this A1 onwards, you can change that also. These are all the workbook activities. The beauty of this workbook activities is, so you don't need to install a operating system, OS, sorry, OS, this one. So Office software, MS Office software. Okay, if you don't have a Excel software into your system, also it will work, because it is interacting with the file system background. It will work in the background. Okay, so one more thing is, so if you have any MS Office, so if you just keep on opened, so if you just open that Excel, while the board is running, it won't execute. Okay, it will throw error like a process. So Excel is accessing by some other people, right, like that. Okay, so make sure that, so before, if you use this any activities before running the robot, so you should close that Excel, or you can use a kill process, right? You have a kill process, you can kill the Excel process. That is about the workbook. And the next one is a append line. You can append the line one by one. So the same thing, append the line. Sometimes people use the append line for the logging the log messages into the log.txt, something like log.log message, like that. Okay, so what is the type of the log, and when it is when it is quoted to 09 07 08 06 hours 32 minutes 34 seconds. What is the message? Okay, select not found. Okay, so this type of message, something like that. Okay, so it will just append the line blindly. It will go to the end and append the new line. Okay, that is append line. So people use for the different usages, but somewhere you can use it for the logging the text also. And copy file is used to copy the text file from one location to another location. So this is a path, the path of the file you have to give, on destination you have to give the destination path. So one location to another location. So create directory, you can create a directory. So you have to give the new directory name, so it will create the new directory. If it's already create directory is there, so it won't touch the directory, it won't throw the error also. It will create a directory and create a file. You can create a file like a source. Normally how you are here, new is there, right? New, so you're creating the files, any type of files like that. You can create any type of files also, not only the text files. And delete file is used to delete the file. So if you pass the file path here, it will just delete the file. And file file change trigger. So file change trigger basically, so used to, suppose for example, if you have a on a folder called so input data. So suppose this path is a, okay, this path, it has to monitor this path. So file change trigger will not work directly, so you have to use the monitor events. So monitor events, and drag the file change trigger here. Okay, this event. Okay, and in the file change trigger, you can have a change type, this create, delete, and change. So you can mention anything, or you can, if you want all, it will, you just check the all. Okay, basically what it will do, it is a trigger. So the robot is continuously monitoring, so continuously executing. So while the robot is executing, it won't do anything. Once anyone is deleted the file, or change the file, or rename the file, or copy new file to this folder, so then it will trigger the action, and it will execute in this block. Okay, this is a block, it will execute event handler. Okay, so this event handler, whatever you're dragging here, so you want to message a mail notification or anything, you can drag here, so all things will execute. And again it will continuously monitor, so it won't work, it won't stop. Once it is executing, it won't stop. This is just a monitor event. It will continuously monitor, it will work for any number of times. Okay, so whenever you just execute this one. So what you have to do is, you have to select the change type, and the path. Okay, the path is this is a path, this folder path. Okay, that's it. Here if you want to include the subfolders also, yeah, include the subdirectories also, just check. So this will monitor the subdirectories also. Okay, keep on monitoring the subdirectories also. If you have, If anyone plays the text files, it will trigger and it will execute this path. That is a file change trigger. So mainly, so suppose for example, this imagine this folder itself, this folder itself is a this folder is a shared folder, network shared folder. Okay, people all over the world, the business people is accessing this folder. Okay, they are just filling the Excel or text files and keeping into the folder. So what robot has to do? Robot has to monitor that folder, and if the any business user drop any file into this folder, immediately it has to do some work. Okay, some work. So those things, in that cases, it will work. It will be useful for that cases. Okay, move file. You can move file so from one location to another location. This copy file is like a control C and control V. This move files is a control X and control V. Okay, so you have to mention the same thing like a to address and from address and to address, from path and to destination. Path exists will return the Boolean value. Okay, this will return the Boolean value, Boolean variable. So you can create a variable like is a folder is existed or not, and you have to check. Suppose for example, see July month is there. Suppose I want to check every day. So this day numbers are there every day. Whether the this month today's month is existed or not. Suppose. There's a folder. I'm selecting the folder. You can just check the folder existed and file existed both. So this July, instead of July, I'm putting the now dot year or month, right? Two string. I'm just putting the two string MMMM. Okay, four M's will give the full name. Okay, if the July month folder is existed, so then I don't want to create a July folder. The July folder is not existed, then it has to create a July folder. That means if I execute, so as I have a July folder already existed, it won't do anything. That means it won't see, it will return the true or false. That's it. It won't do anything. Okay, it will return the true or false. This variable. Okay, just create a variable is month exists, month folder existed or not. Okay, if the month folder existed, what you have to do, so you have to copy the file. So if month folder is not existed, you have to create the folder and copy the files. Okay, so this is one scenario I'm saying. Okay, so if you run the same bot in the next month, August, July, August, so what is it? So August folder is not there. Okay, so what it will return? It will return the false. The folder is not existed. Okay, so in the if condition, so we just drag that create directory of the August folder. So that is how you can check the folder and file also. So that the file is existed or not. So if you select the file, you have to pass the file path. You select the folder, you have to pass the folder path. And read text is used to reading the text from the text files. So any text, any text is there in the text files. If you want to read the entire text into that variable, so it will give the variable. So output as a string variable, the content, all the content from the text file. And write text is used to write the text. So the append and this one, see, so the difference between the write text and append text, append line is that, so append line will not disturb the existing content, it will add the new content at the end. But the write text, what it will do is, even though the text is existed in the text file, it will erase the text and it will write the new text. Always it will write the new text. That is the difference between these two, append and new write thing. Yeah, that is about the files. And PowerShell, yeah, you can drag and drop. So this PowerShell, you can invoke the PowerShell script here. Okay, if you want to write the PowerShell path, so this PowerShell PS1 path, just use within the double quotes, just drag the PowerShell path, and the output, if you want, you can, it will get the collection output, or it will just run. Okay, if the script, it is a script, then click on the e script equal to true. That is a running the PowerShell script. So you have a in all OSs, in all Windows OS, you have a PowerShell. Okay, you have a PowerShell. Windows PowerShell is there. In all Windows OS, PowerShell is there built in. Okay, so you can call the PowerShell script. So if you are the PowerShell expert, okay, you can call the invoke the VBScript also. So normal VBScript things and all, you can .vbs or there, you can just call the .vbs files, .vb files or VBS files. Sometimes VBScript files are there. Okay, VBScript files. So if you want to execute that type of VBScript files, you can call like a VBScript file. So sometimes let's try one thing and just MSG box. Uh, and so I'm just displaying this message box. This is a VBScript code, and in the desktop, hello dot VBS. I'm just storing the as a dot VBS. Okay, now just drag the VB script, invoke VB script, and browse that desktop hello VBS. Okay, and we're not writing any code for the message box, but it has to call the VB script. Okay, normally, so normal we will call normally manually. Where is that hello? Okay, so if we double click, it is showing something error. Okay, error message box msg box msg box. Okay, let me try this thing, only this thing. Okay, msg box, windows script host access disabled on this mission, contact that means. So some basically it is not allowing me to execute the scripts, VB scripts in this system. There is some issue in this system. Okay, that's why it is not. So normally it will work. So .vbs or .vb files it will execute. Okay, that is about the VBScript PowerShell and entire thing, entire system. Okay, system has applications, clipboard, dialogues, environment file, PowerShell, VBScript. Okay, so this is about the only system. System is used to interact with the operating system files. Okay, this is just overview. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So please subscribe this channel if you not yet subscribed. Okay, so and click on the bell icon so that it will notify the new icon, new videos. Okay, and so we'll see the next videos has the remaining parts. If okay, everything goes good, so yeah, I will go with the next video. If the overview, this system overview, okay, this is a system overview, only system and the system overview. So if you like this system overview, okay, so or if you have any suggestions to me, please comment it out, okay, in the comment section. And so just tell me, can I continue with the other things also, other things, in sense UI automation. So there is a lot of things, right? UI automation, and so user events. Okay, user events also having something. So where workflow, these things and all, can I go with this other is it useful? So if the system is useful, so I can go with the remaining things. Otherwise, yeah, I can stop. Please, so all of my my dear friends, please comment it down in the comment section. So if you want, so the other things also, or if you want to videos on the new concepts, any new concepts, please comment on the comment section so that I can. Okay, and also just click on the like button. So if you like this system overview, so otherwise you just if you don't like, just click on the dislike button in the video. Okay, here there is a dislike button is also there. If you don't like, just click on the dislike, so that I can see the likes and dislikes and the comments. So I will proceed with the new video on this remaining parts, remaining categories basically. Okay, thanks for subscribing this channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a great day.